Good morning, Year 5, and welcome to another week of writing. We will be beginning poetry for the next 3 weeks, which is super exciting. So today you're going to be learning about what poetry is and how to identify and explain whether a text is or isn't a poem. So you're going to be looking at a few different texts today and saying, yes, I think that's a poem, or no, I don't think so, and these are the reasons why, okay? You're going to be able to show your understanding of what poetry is by identifying a poem from a text, and you can also create your own definition of what poetry is. It's really important to understand what a definition of poetry is because there are so many different ways to express poems and poetry. So it's so super important for you guys to actually have a bit of an understanding of what poetry is. So this morning you will be looking through the PDF named Poetry Examples. That's the very first thing you do. You need to read through those examples and identify if you think it's a form of poetry or if it isn't, okay? We want to kind of see what you already know, okay? You need to have a bit of an explanation. So I think this is a poem because it rhymes, because it uses these words. I also think it's a poem because of how it's set out, or, it has a bit of rhythm to it and stuff like that. So whatever you know about poems, I want you to write about it and have a bit of an explanation towards why you think it's a poem, okay? Then you will watch a video on what is poetry. It does go for a little bit, but super important because there's so many definitions that you'll go through, and you'll read a few different definitions of poetry, and you need to write down some common words, some common things that they talk about, okay? And then you'll read the PDF on Poetry Defined. So there's another PDF where it has been defined a little bit more, but again, it's kind of up to interpretation. So it's whatever you guys fully think poetry is. Then you'll write your own definition, because I think it's super important for us to be able to, gather all this information and actually put it together in words in our own definition. And then what you're actually going to do at the very end is reread the text that you did at the start, and go back through and go, okay, now I know what a definition of poetry is. Is this actually a poem? Why not? Okay, so you will probably change your mind, okay, and explain the reasons why and why not, okay. Make sure you ask any questions. Again, have fun, have a go at it today, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.